Hey guys, Fire Alarm 2 Tech 9 here, and I'm going to make a little video explaining how to get into fire alarms. It is it's very simple or very difficult, depends on how you want to put it. For me, it was pretty difficult, and I want to explain how I got into fire alarms. When I was probably in kindergarten, when I started kindergarten a long time ago, back in 1997, basically, the first time I ever heard a fire alarm go off, I was not pleased. I did not like the sound, I did not like the strobe light going off, and it was very difficult for me, and every time there was a fire drill, I had to be out of the building, away from it, because it did not agree with me. I was scared, I didn't like the fire alarm going off, and every time I was in the classroom, I was always afraid that the alarms was going to go off or something, because they never announced it. Well, they usually announced it for fire drills, but, sometimes they went off unexpected, and it kind of made me a little scared, so it was very difficult for me. And this probably went on probably till about my freshman year of high school. I will be honest, fire alarms were not my favorite things back when I was in school. So one day I was just thinking to myself, I gotta get over this fear somehow. It's killing me. So what I did was I was on YouTube one day and I happened to come across a video of Soccer Dude 7330's fire alarm system. And I was like, this is interesting, I like it. So I kind of got obsessed watching his videos, and then I decided, why not get over my fear by collecting something? So I decided to message Charlie on YouTube, and we talked for a little bit. He gave me some recommendations. He told me to look on eBay for fire alarms. And I was like, why not? I looked around, I took a look at things, and I was like, what should I get? And then I happened to find this lot of 2 horn strobes and 2 simplex T-bar pull stations, which I actually still own one of them to this day. And I looked on eBay for what alarms I wanted to get, and that was the lot I got, with the 2 simplex T-bars, 425120s, and a Wheelock AS and a simplex 4903-9423, which I actually kind of missed that horn strobe, but Weather Maniac 1 has it now, and he, might as well have him have it. So, basically, when I got when I got that lot of alarms, I hooked it up and I was kind of hooked. So that's kind of how I got started. Now, to get yourself into alarms, it's pretty simple, or it can be difficult, like I said. It depends on what you want to collect for. The reason why I'm collecting was to get over a very bad fear of mine, which was kind of ridiculous too, especially when I had Asperger's syndrome, and I kind of sort of still have it, but whatever. If you want, for recommendations for alarms, if you really want to get into fire alarms, the first thing I would definitely recommend is looking for an actual horn strobe. And the first horn strobe I would definitely recommend for new fire alarm enthusiasts is probably going to be a Spectral Alert Classic, only because this alarm is very common to find and it's very simple to use. It's a 4-wire horn strobe, but mine has the 2 jumper wires, so I can use it as a 2-wire horn strobe very easily. And if you were to hook it up, you would hook it up to a power supply of 24 volts DC. That would be 3 9-volt batteries, but 3 9-volt batteries would be 27 volts. That's still okay. Or a 24-volt power supply. I found my power supply on some website a long time ago. It's the same one that New Age Serve Alarm had for his 8005, so I'm not exactly sure where I found that. So it was about 3 years ago since I bought it, so it's been very hard to find. It's hard to remember where to get it. So, but if you were really wanting to get into more horn strobes, the other alarm I probably would recommend would probably be a Wheelock MT24 LSM, or any form of a Wheelock MT, because it has multiple tones, and if you don't own a panel, obviously this would be something to use because it has March time horn, code 3 horn, continuous horn. You get the general idea. As for fire alarm panels, that is going to be a little bit of a challenge because fire alarm panels are not that cheap. They are very expensive. And simplex panels, especially, because I got my panel for a pretty expensive price. I'm not going to mention how much I got it for, but I would probably recommend probably Firelight MS4424B for a starter panel. That alarm does not have coding options nor the function for audible silence. It does have 2 knacks, but that is probably a good starter panel just to start off with. Then you could probably go on from there. So that would probably be my recommendation for fire alarm panels. So if you guys have any more questions on like how to start alarms, I'll post comments down below, and I will be glad to answer as many questions as I can. But for starter pull stations, I would definitely recommend simplex T-bars, or yeah, simplex T-bars are probably the best bet for you. They aren't cheap. I've been looking on eBay for other pull stations like to go on with the 4010, but man, those are really pricey, and I don't even have cash right now. I'm unemployed right now because I'm going to stay unemployed until after I have surgery. So, but let me go ahead and go over this again. If you want to start off with a horn strobe, definitely would recommend a Spectral Alert or a Wheelock MT. Those are my 2 suggestions. So I'll make another video explaining how to wire up a pull station to a horn strobe. I'm probably going to do that probably tomorrow because it is pretty late. It is almost midnight, so I'm going to go to bed. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time, and feel free to ask any questions you got.